Machine Sam back with another video, and today we are back with another roster update, and I'm going to answer a few questions, and of course I'm going to show you guys how to download it, how to set your roster up, and how to get it going, and explain a couple other things that I have done to the roster. So what you guys want to do is head over to this little settings or gear tab right here, go to share and manage files, go to download community files. You should just load onto it right away. Now, it should be very, 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 very easy to find. I am right here. I'm on the front page. My name is Green Machine Sam on PlayStation. You should be able to find it. Hell, even if you go to added, I'm probably one of the latest added rosters because I update it every couple days. I know it didn't update it for like 3 days, but these two right here are both mine. Madden 22 roster update and Madden 21 roster update. Those are both mine. So you should be able to find me relatively easy, I would assume. So, really not hard to find me. Or you guys can head over to roster, and it will be even easier to find me, because I'm number 2, I'm pretty sure, at this point. So, I'm really not that hard to find. My roster really isn't that hard to find. I don't know why my username isn't showing up. It sometimes does this, but I'm number 2 on the list right now. So, keep that in mind. Now, what you guys want to do is push the download part. So, once we get back to the main page here. So, go down, download. If you've already downloaded it before, you can either save it as a new file, which means you have to rename it. You can name it whatever. You can say, you just do that. Or you can overwrite it. Now, overwriting will save over the last file, and it will keep the same name, so you won't be confused at all. But I don't have to download it since I already have it, since I'm the one that made it. So you guys are going to go to load and delete, and you guys are gonna load it. Push X, and then it should load the file. I normally do it twice, just to make sure that it is fully loaded, and just to make sure that I am ready to go. I have one thing that I do have to do. I do have to release Marquise Goodwin from the Eagles, but I have to turn off my Wi-Fi. Thanks to whoever suggested that and told me how to do that. That's awesome. There is one player that for some reason, the injury doesn't go away on. Josh Gordon on the Seahawks. So if anybody can figure out how I can get rid of him off the Seahawks, that'd be cool. Because I can do it with everybody else, I just can't do it with him. I've tried multiple times. I've even had multiple players injured on the Seahawks just to try it out, and still didn't work. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, I would love to know. But let's get into it. So one of the latest things that has happened is Sam Darnold to the Panthers. So he's on the Panthers now. So the Jets had to have a random quarterback, so I just gave him Rawson Thurber from Union College. He's the worst quarterback in the whole entire game, so just put him in there. A couple other things. I don't know why, but Gerard Davis wasn't on the Jets beforehand. He is now. I don't know his number. I don't really care. Quentin Dunbar is on the Lions, as well as Corn Elder now. Some other stuff. I think it was Will Redmond who re-signed. But like I said, if they re-sign on a 1-year contract, I'm not going to release them and put them as a punter or kicker. They're just going to stay there, because then you don't really have to do anything. Another thing I want to address, no, I cannot fix money on contracts. That is a big thing that I cannot do. I cannot fix money on contracts no matter what. If you want to fix money on contracts, you have to go into that and do it yourself once you actually load into the your franchise. I was thinking about setting up a my league, a franchise, and going through and fixing everybody's money, and then if you really want it, you can buy that franchise off me. But I don't think anybody would, so I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. Couple other things. I know not everybody's in free agency, because I don't want to go through and with position limits, it's kind of hard to go through and just release anybody and everybody. Couple other things, of course. Let's just go to all NFL again. Some retirees are at quarterback. I don't know if Kiko Alonso has officially retired, but he hasn't been playing. I don't think Burnett's officially retired. I don't know. I don't think Rashard Jones. I did remember that Sherman has, so I got him. Punter, I have Isaiah Wilson. He's not going to be playing again anytime soon. If the Dolphins already gave up on him, and if he can't just show up to meetings and stuff, then you know he's not going to get another spot in the league. Some of these guys, I don't think have officially retired, but they haven't played in 2 years, or they're just at that stage where they're asking too much money for what they're worth, and they're just not getting contracts. I have one at kicker as well, but other than that, nothing really else. I do have my fill-in players on certain teams just for sake of, you know, having to fill in a spot or something. If you guys know that they have somebody else that they've already signed, let me know. I appreciate all the help that I can get. It's, like I said, it's much appreciated. Free agents, this is how they're looking right now. I know there are a couple people here or there that are supposed to be on teams or whatever, well, aren't supposed to be on teams, so I'll get to those eventually. Like I said, if you guys need any help with anything, let me know. I can always help out. Madden 20 should be coming out tomorrow as well. These are mostly updated daily. I want to talk about draft, though. Somebody asked me about draft recently. I'm not adding rookies until draft night. I should have work off those 2 nights because it is a couple days before my birthday, so I just claimed that I was, you know, going to have an extra long weekend for my birthday or whatever to get out of work those 2 days. So if I am home those 2 days, I will be watching the draft live. Well, I will be watching the draft live. I do not know if I will be streaming, but I will be making each player and probably posting a video every time a new draft pick comes out. Now, it will take me about 10 minutes to create each player because I want to make them as legit as possible. At the same time, some people are not going to like my overall system. What I plan on doing, and this is how I've done it since Madden 18, is I address overalls based on when you're picked. I don't address overalls based on how I think you are. Because I think Trevor Lawrence is he's the best quarterback in the class. I don't think he's the best player. I think Penei Sewell is probably one of the better players. Micah Parsons and Kyle Pitts are probably the top 3 players in the whole entire draft class. But if for some reason one of them slips to 10, do I still think that they deserve the 80 overall? Not really. So I address picks by when you were picked. I address overall by your pick. So, like, the first pick will probably be 80. The next 3 picks will be 79. The next 5 picks will be 78. You know, and I do it top heavy as well. I want the first round rookies to seem like first round rookies. Now, I'm not saying nobody's going to be a bust or anything, but I can't predict what Madden's going to do. And I don't want to skew my thoughts on certain players based on what I've seen. But I don't watch a whole ton of film either. So I'm not going to be sitting here going, well, I think this guy, you know, he's real good. He sets his feet, you know, good, strong, throwing motion. Like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that. So, no draftee players are coming out until draft night. Once draft night comes out, then I will be making them, because then the contracts will be semi-correct, at least with 4 years. That's what I plan on doing, at least. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Like I said, some players have moved positions as well. Long snappers have had to fill in for some offensive linemen here or there. Like I said, numbers aren't all correct on players that sign somewhere else. If it's that big of a deal, you guys can fix them. If not, then, it's not that big of a deal. Just because I don't want to sit here being like, oh, I need to get on Google to search up what number this guy has decided to wear, I don't think I have anything else to address in this video. I covered draftees, I covered numbers, I've covered contracts, covered a lot of stuff, covered retirees and stuff like that. Like I said, I appreciate any support that you guys give me. I appreciate any help that you guys give me. I think it's NFL Productions. He left a comment on one of my videos telling me how to get injured players off. Of course, ratings as well. There were a couple people I did have to mess with to get them a contract, to get them the year of the contract that they were supposed to get, so their overalls might not be correct. I know I forgot to put Nick Vanette back down into the like 67, 69 range. He is back down there now. He was up in the 80s because I did have to get him a 3-year contract. I know Marvin Jones I accidentally screwed up. I think he's at an 82. I think he was at an 83 at the end of Madden 21. But it's not that big of a deal. Tyson Alawu, I think I got him back correctly. But like I said, these are EA's ratings. These are EA's end-of-year ratings. If you guys want to mess with them, you can. They're not my ratings. I'm not going to go through. Madden just makes it difficult to adjust ratings and to adjust them in a way that you'll be able to see what you're giving somebody. So I don't really normally do that. With 2K, I can adjust rating. I can adjust the whole roster's ratings within an hour, and I'll be happy, and I'll be set for a couple months. But I think that is it. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys like any of my content, make sure to stick around, turn on post notifications. If you guys are just here for roster updates, I appreciate that too. I appreciate the support. These have been going insane. Some of them are getting north of 1,000 views. Some of them up in the hundreds of views, which is awesome. Pushing to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll be there. Hopefully we'll be monetized by the end of the year. I know monetization doesn't really help all that much when you're not getting, hundreds of thousands of views a month. But still, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.